Hello everybody, so I went to post the tutorial on the order of the day and realised I haven't actually done an intro video for it. I just went straight in. So the order of the day was made over quite a few weeks, to be honest. I started it before we moved house and I finished it this week, so it's probably over about 2 months time period. We've even had Christmas in between me actually doing the work. Excuse the noise in the background. If you can hear, that's Harry playing in his playpen. So yeah, it took quite a long time for me to be able to do it, but it has been busy with the house move, unpacking, packing the house, and then unpacking, obviously, and then Christmas in the middle as well. So it took longer than expected, but I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, so excuse the mess in this corner. This is all stuff that we're still sorting through. This is my board at the back, which a really nice local man made for me. It is on a stand as well, so it will stand up by itself. I have to sand that down, tidy it all up, and then I'm going to varnish it so that it's nice and smooth. I really like the natural wood grain look on it as well, so I'm going to go for clear varnish, but it needs a really good sanding down and a cleaning first. Then here I have all my vinyls, which Sammy made for me. So if you don't know, I'm having a very subtle Alice in Wonderland theme throughout the wedding. So I've got things like Mad for Cake, Time for Tea, things like that. There is one of these signs missing, which I actually left at Sammy's house. I need to pick that up at some point. And then these are some wooden clocks. So I did consider getting normal clocks and just hanging them on the sign, but these actually worked out a lot cheaper for what I wanted. So they come in different parts. So this is obviously the baseboard, which I'm going to be painting white. I think I have spray paint in the cupboard, so I'm going to use spray paint because I think that's just going to be easier. And then this part goes on the top here. And then there's also this section as well, just to make it a bit more 3D and look a little bit more realistic. And then here is all the fun bits. So I was worried that with painting this, I don't have a steady enough hand, as you can see from my camera work, in order to paint each of the numbers so that they stand out. And once I go over them with the white paint, they might not be visible. So I thought it would be better to get all the little numbers separately, and then if I can spray paint those, I'll spray paint them, because ideally I don't want to have to paint each individual one. That's going to be really time consuming, but if I have to, I have to. And then also we have the clock hands as well, which I will then set each of the clocks to each of the different events that are going on for the wedding. So we're having a twilight wedding, so the ceremony doesn't start until 4 o'clock. So I've got 6 clocks in total, and then there will be 6 signs. Harry's playing in his jumperoo behind me. And then they will all be put on this board. So I think I'm going to go for black and white with the clock. So white background and then black edges and black numbers to just go with the black vinyls. Oh boy, so if anybody asks me to do any more sanding, the answer will be a firm no. I felt like the sander was about to shoot out of my hand, and it actually really hurts your arm because I was trying to push down so hard. This is my disgusting front garden. It was cold and it's been wet, and I didn't want to mow the grass, as you can see, and the ferns are all dying behind me as well. Also, the sawdust was going absolutely everywhere. I strongly advise you to wear a mask if you're going to do something like this. Wear a mask and keep the dust out of your nostrils. Oh, bless her heart. Poppy wanted to do a bit of the wedding DIY with me as well, and to feel like she's contributed, I guess. So she's currently painting all of the edges of the clock faces, the trims, which will make the clock faces look 3D, and she's using black poster paint and I believe one of her own paintbrushes from one of her craft sets. But she does like to do some crafts as well. She's a bit like me and takes after me with DIY and crafting. So she said she really enjoyed it, and she did an absolutely fantastic job for me. And it freed me up to be able to do something else as well. So I love the fact that the girls are involved in the wedding prep as well with me. So if you're going to spray paint, make sure it's not a windy day and you're wearing a mask. I did not do either. So at this point we'd moved house, and this is my wedding HQ room, also known as the dining room, where I basically am just keeping all my wedding supplies in one place. And I'm currently varnishing the wooden sign that I sanded previously on the dining room table, but I didn't make a mess, it's fine. I would also strongly advise you to check the date if you're going to be using clear varnish. I used some varnish that we had in the house, and it turned out that it went out of date about a year ago. So it took about 5 to 6 days in order to dry completely and stop being tacky, but it still worked and it still has the desired effect that I'm looking for, so I'm really happy with it. And all painted, so I'm going to leave these to dry overnight, and then tomorrow, if I get chance during the day, if not it'll be tomorrow night once Harry's gone down to bed, I'm going to glue the clocks together and see how they look, and I imagine it's going to be as fiddly as painting all of these was. The numbers were a pain and they took so long, so I'm just using Mod Podge glue because that's what I have available. I'm using a pair of tweezers so that I don't get covered in glue, and just dabbing it on a little pool of glue that I put on the top of the tub, and then placing it using the tweezers on the outlines that you can see. Oh, I cannot find my camera stand to be able to actually do this from a bird's eye view to show you, so I'm just going to show you what I'm doing one-handed while I try and glue this and not tip it up everywhere. So this is for the I Do's ceremony. So I'm simply just using the Mod Podge again. Now on this one, I got like an extra little heart shape because this fits on top of this, so it just gives it that little bit of a height and it keeps it firm, otherwise it'll just ping off. So I only need to glue the heart bit and this bit. Okay. So there we go, 4 p.m. Now I've glued all of these ones to the set time that I want them to be at. I'm just going to let their hands dry, and then I'm going to glue the clocks down, and then I will start adding the wording on as well after I've given it one final check. So I've finished the first word. I've got the strips here on all of them, and I'm just taking my Tesco club card and rubbing as firm as I can without breaking the card right along. If you have got like a spatula or something that you can use, I suggest using that rather than damaging your club card. And then it's just a case of peeling back the plastic. And I've not done it hard enough. Peeling back the plastic and leaving the vinyl lettering on. This may be a job that I need both hands for, so I can rub and peel at the same time. There we go. Please excuse Harry playing on the floor next to me. Right, so I'm going to carry on doing this, just rubbing along all of the words, peeling the plastic backing off, and then they'll eventually all look like that, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. So here it is, all completely finished. I think some of the glue still needs to dry a little bit, but the clocks aren't moving. All of the vinyl has stuck on quite well. I actually found, bizarrely, that using my finger to rub as I was pulling worked best. So here it all is. I am really, really pleased with it. You can add flowers and foliage and maybe like a garland or something across the top, but I'm choosing just to leave it as it is because I really prefer it this way. And I am super, super happy with it. And that's one more thing I can tick off the wedding list. I really hope you liked watching my tutorial today on how to make the order of the day sign. Please like and subscribe, it really helps my ego with the channel, and I'm in the process of doing a weekly countdown vlog, and we're currently on week 5, and this is in the week 5 vlog, which will be posted up every weekend. So this Sunday will be the finished vlog of week 5, which will also include the order of the day sign. But if you'd like to make your own and you need any information such as sizes, as to where I purchase stuff from, leave me a comment and I will send you as much information as I possibly can. But that's it for me. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.